Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be bringing you the first inside look at and review of my website thus far that I'm having developed for me for my business. So Ben has reached out to me. He sent me the link to the website, which is not yet complete, but nonetheless, he has made substantial progress in developing it. And he wanted me to take a look at it and give him some feedback in the direction that it's going and how it's looking. And so I'm going to be doing that and bringing that to you as well today. So here it is in all of its glory as it first pops up. You can see SPC Group there. I have something of a logo developed. This isn't yet finalized. I haven't stamped, sealed, and approved that. But if you've stuck with me through the remainder and other videos, then you'll recognize this logo as one that I've actually drawn myself, and it was something similar to this, and we're going to continue in furthering developing that as well. But as you can see, some of these things are happening down here before me. You may actually recognize a lot of this content because it's all stuff that I wrote and provided. I have, as requested, my slideshow here with the different areas and descriptions that are provided and links that are within that, and I think it's really coming along just great. I'm pretty excited here, and I would credit how shortly this was able to come along and the accuracy and the direction that it's coming with its content, with really the time and review that was put into it that I brought you along with me. So I hope when you're seeing the fruit of those labors. Now, that's not to say that I'm indefinitely approve of everything that's happening here, but I can't say that I'm terribly critical of all of it neither. I think it's a step in the right direction. I hope that you would agree, and we're going to go through this, and I'm going to point out just at least my thoughts and opinions on it as we go about. So I'm going to start off with the very top. Now, I've already made mention that I do like the direction that this logo is going, but it's not exactly to a T what I was looking for or had in mind, so I think we're going to further define that just a little bit. I'd like the S, the P, and the C to actually be within these three vertical bars as requested, but we're going to make that happen. Well, what might be more pertinent to you and your business, or at least your review of your own website, and this would just be my opinion, I believe that here where the logo and the links actually are at, this space that it consumes is nowhere near enough for the space that's actually provided within that. Just I personally don't like all the white space over here and white space over here. I'd like to see this spread out a little bit further. And I'm personally not even all that crazy about the white background at the header. I think maybe something could be a better, more colorful, vibrant contrast to what's really in this area, but maybe we just haven't quite gotten that far, and that's really just my own opinion. I like very much this slideshow and everything that's within it. I would like to change up just a handful of the pictures, including this one here and this one here, to I think more accurately depict what it is I'm trying to say and convey within those slideshow areas. But Ben did preface in his email that not to pay too much attention to the photos. A lot of them are just placeholders for right now, and we're going to really nail down on that later. But I think it's coming along just great, and it's really what I was looking for. So here's the next section that I've already written, our mission statement. I might want to add some apostrophes around this mission statement. I don't know if that would be correct or appropriate or not. And again, maybe I think there's just a little bit too much white for me, but otherwise it's looking great. Now, again, you can see the same photo that's used here, so I'm assuming this one's obviously just a placeholder. He wouldn't be reusing this photo on the main homepage. We'll be replacing that with something later. But you'll also notice the borders are squared off. And if you've been following with me on my other website development and review videos, that I was looking for one with a shaped border, but not necessarily the one on the template that I liked, that we were looking at for WordPress. And he did bring that on another page, and you're going to see that when we get there. It's on the About Us page, our team page. I really like that, and I'm looking for more of that to be utilized in other areas of this website. But I really like these tiles right here. This is great. Now, I've identified these 4 different areas on the home page of different things that we do, and just by hovering over them, it gives you a little further description. It gives you a link to the contact form if you want to talk to me and my business further about this. It's got some icons that kind of represent each one of these areas, and I think it's coming along just great, and I really do appreciate that. This area clearly needs more work done to it, and I think Ben kind of held off on doing this. I think this is a question to me about whether or not I want a header in this area. I did go back and look at my notes on this particular section. I did not provide a header or description for this particular area, and I don't know that I'm going to. So my question to him was if one is necessary. If not so, then I think I'm just going to leave it alone. But I'm also looking for these bullet points, which would be this information here, which is a bullet point list that goes with this text, which is separate from this bullet point list, which goes to this text. I would personally be looking for that to be written from edge to edge, and then the bullet points be going down the middle, not so stacked. Just the way this is all put together right here, I don't think is very visually appealing, doesn't read very well, and to that point I think this whole section of the homepage Ben didn't touch until he hadn't answered this question, so I'm not criticizing that very much. The core value section, I really like this. If you hover over that, it kind of highlights which area it is that you're looking at. This is all text that I provided to give description to each one of those. However, this little icon, this little animated hook with the steel beam thing, it's just not doing it for me. I personally don't like it. I don't even know that Ben's necessarily recommending that. We're going to be replacing that with something else, and something that's more specific to each one of these areas as well. It's not going to be one all for the same. But this is my core values section. I like down here that anywhere that you're scrolling within this page, you have this little option down here to go right up back to the top. I find that to be really cool. I appreciate that. And everything on the bottom section is what I was looking for. It has my contact information here for my name and place of business, phone number, info@steelpcgroup.com for anything generic. It has links to my Facebook and LinkedIn page, which I think are really great, and links to some of the pertinent pages that would apply to anybody seeking actually obtain the services of my business down here at the bottom. Now that I see this in person, and in the actual format, the outline that I provided to Ben, these are the only 3 links that I requested be at the bottom of each page. But now that I see it, I would think I'm going to like to add the other 2, which would be the home page and also the facts page. Just have all 5 areas in there at that is one thing that I think I'm going to have them change, which is something that I'm changing of my own request there. So moving on, the next page is the About page. I really do like this background photo at least, and all the description provided within this. And here's where you can see the different photo border, this little inward right kind of concave border to this photo. I like that. I do particularly like that. And it just adds a little flavor, just a slightly different touch to the optics of your website, and I would like that to be more incorporated as the border for all the different photos of the different sections for the rest of my website, and I think that can easily be done, but he was able to show it here, and I'm greatly in favor of it. But this About page is actually one of my favorite, hands down. It has the 6 different areas of the different types and services that we offer, and different professional individuals, right, such as engineers, steel mills and suppliers, fabricators, erectors, so on and so forth. They're really well represented with all of the photos that are provided in here. I do appreciate that. I like how this is all laid out and formatted. I'd like to see the services and contact form equally spaced to the border from one another. I think the service is a little bit to the middle or to the left. I think just a little bit of reformatting there would look great, but I like how this turned out very much so. I like how these are interactive, these photos. I do very much enjoy this page for what's been done to it thus far. So moving on, the services page has different sections to it, but you'll notice that if I hover over services, there is no drop list. That's something in my review, have requested of Ben if that could be added. Now, each section of this page has a link to it, because my services that I at least list here are value engineering, budgeting, sales, scheduling, and procurement planning. And I would like for it to be added that if you hover your clicker over that those 5 come down as a drop list. And if I click on any one of these, it doesn't take me to a different page, but just that section of this page. And that's how all of these work here, is it'll take me to that, or I can at my own leisure scroll through these and read any one of these. And I think this is coming along really well. This particular area here, I think how white the background is, might be one of the defeating ends to this section that I just personally don't like. I also think that the font of all of this text here, both in its size and style, can and needs to be changed. And maybe, I'm surely Ben is quite aware of that. But you're looking at the structure of this page. I think it's great. I think it's spot on. It's what I'm looking for. It is very wordy, but I think intentionally so. And that this is the area that I'm trying to give the fullest explanation as to different services I offer for anyone that any potential customer or client would be interested in. But I do think that this font and the size of it can be changed and may make it seem a little more appealing, especially add some value to this bullet list that I provide here, which is a summary of some of those different things that I would like to be a little more eye-capturing there. But all in all, I really think it's come for 1.5 weeks of work put into developing this thing. It's come along really great in a short amount of time, and I'm very pleased. The facts page is really cool. It does list all the different questions that I wanted to try and answer, since they would have to contact me directly to ask any questions outside of this. You want to give as much insight as you can to your customer base through your website. So I tried picking some useful questions they may want to know. And it's really cool if you click on the icon here, the answers to those pop up on which one it is that you're looking for. Now, even though it's embedded beneath that link, all of this words is still within your website. So if anyone's doing a Google search, right, going back to search engine optimization, if somebody does a Google search of a question similar to how it's stated within your website, you also have the answer within that, which is going to increase the return value to any search engine, which is really what you're looking for. That's why you provide frequently asked questions or facts pages, to try and narrow down to, if somebody's looking for these sort of things, you really want to hone it on your search engine ability to be one of the reciprocated returns to their question if they're looking at some of these things on Google or things of the like. And then lastly here, I have the contact form. Now, I think this is really great. This is what I'm looking for: their name, email, subject. They can attach files to whatever it is they're trying to inquire of me in their comments. It will send off to the email address info@SteelPC Group. But I also have contact information direct for my company over here. And I think this is a little bit hard to read with the white background. And I'm also not crazy about the size and style of the font of this text. But I think that can and will easily be adjusted and massaged. It just has not yet been done so. And I'm not too worried about it. But nonetheless, just bringing that up. Those are all of the things that I looked at and have noticed within just at least the preliminary review of my website, and in my opinion, is coming along very nicely. I'm very pleased. I have give something of a comprehensive description of my findings, thoughts, and opinions of each one of these pages, right, wrong, or indifferent, what I was looking for to Ben. Not to be critical of him or his services, but to try and give him that insight so he can make the adjustments as necessary to really get the end product that I am obviously paying him for. He's very capable and easy and well to work with. I think I found and have picked really the best partner in terms of web development that I can in order to accomplish this, and I'm very pleased. And to this point, I would really encourage that all of you please conduct your own review of what you've seen in this video, or feel free to go online at steelpcgroup.com and take a peek at my website right now, and provide your own feedback. Your own thoughts, opinions, and questions or comments to anything that you see on there that was stated within this video, or how I've gotten to this point thus far. I'd really encourage and I would really enjoy receiving those. So I'd ask you to please add those to the posting of this video, or reach out to me and do so. And I really do want to thank you for your time. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you got something out of it and are looking forward to reaching this stage of the own development of the startup of your business. And so just again, thank you for joining me this day. I hope that you enjoyed this. Stick around, lots more to come. And as always, please do subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you with the next video. Thank you.